What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Guys, I don't know what happened. Halfway through the podcast, my computer just absolutely froze. So on the YouTube and Facebook, it's like a part 2, part 1 of this episode, which is kind of lame. And I also realized, this is going to really drive some people nuts. The first 15 minutes of the podcast, I think I'm chewing gum. So I'm sounding kind of like this. And again, guys, I really do apologize for that. That is the most annoying sound in the world. I can't stand when people chew food in front of me. It makes me just want to run my head through a wall. So I do apologize. This episode's a little bit different, guys. I am kind of bringing what am I bringing? What am I saying? What am I trying to do? I'm just trying to be real with you guys, man. You know, hopefully I don't offend people. You know, I'm not really trying to offend people. I'm not really trying to... I don't know. I'm just trying to be myself, man. I'm just trying to be me and be myself. We dive into some weird topics on this podcast. Again, it's Friday night. This is what that podcast is. Just a Friday night chill out with my boy Shayn Walker, actor Shayn Walker in Vancouver, joins me on the podcast today, and we just kind of shoot the shit. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think of it. Please help me welcome Shayn Walker. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd have to do them like this.
Damn. Hey. Oh, watch that.
Oh, shit.
Whatever that was. Are you good up there? You good up there? You gotta make sure you're talking inside the mic.
Inside
the actor's studio.
I was doing this impression of the bad guy from Ozarks the other day, and I fucking nailed it. And then the next day I tried to do it again, and I lost it. I was really upset.
Wait, you lost what?
I had the accent of this guy, this evil dude. He's fucking hilarious. He's such a caricature. And so I was like, I got to get that evil like accent that he does. And then the next day I couldn't do it.
Oh, you talking with the Spanish guy from Ozark?
No. The like dude that sounds like he's from Louisiana, even though he's in like just outside of Missouri.
Right.
Ozarks. The
right.
bad guy was like, they came and flooded our land or whatever. It sounds terrible now, but I had it. I honestly had the accent. I was so upset.
Nice.
He kept saying relax to him, and I kept saying it over and over, and he was like, relax. And I had it. It's gone.
I just listened to a Bradley Cooper podcast. Not a podcast.
What?
He's never on podcasts.
No.
Howard Stern.
Oh, that's not Bradley Cooper?
How does Howard Stern get every guest?
Wait, Bradley Cooper was on Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't have Howard Stern in the old...
No one does. He doesn't have podcast. He's on
the radio.
He's on XM or Sirius, whatever. And they pay him $90 million a year to stay there.
Started it all.
But anyways, I was watching one with him, and it was so good. I wish he did more, man, because he's such a fucking beauty. You know what I mean? Bradley Cooper, fucking beauty. And he's talking about American Sniper, and he's like, yeah, when I was getting prepared for that role, I would listen to Chris Kyle. I listened to Chris Kyle every night before I'd go to sleep. I watched like every interview of his and just put it on repeat before I went to sleep. And then he's like, when I got to set, I would... Wow, I'm so good at this. I would... bragging about my recording here. I'm just so pumped this is all working. For fuck's sakes.
I probably shouldn't have the mic be blocking my face, but also there's no other option.
You can't go in there?
Like...
Yeah, you got some room you can go back a little bit. Yeah, there you go, dude. You're fucking killing it. You just got to bring the mic a little bit closer. There you go. Yeah, well, I mean, you are the tallest guy that's ever been in the studio. It's not really meant for people that are
What do you mean?
ginormous.
We're like the same height. Look.
Yeah. It's because I'm on a taller stool. I did this on purpose. But, anyways, I was listening to the Bradley Cooper interview, and fuck, he's just a beauty, bro. I don't know. You know you have a man crush on someone?
Yeah, I have many.
Who's your man crush right now?
Well, always and forever is Ben Foster. We've talked about that quite a bit.
Which is really surprising because I think Ben Foster is one look away from looking like a psychopath.
Yeah. That's what you want. So is Ryan Gosling.
No.
Yeah, he played...
he's 4 notches away from looking like a psychopath, one step away from looking like Brad Pitt.
Have you seen Lars and the Real Girl? Because if you watch that movie, you'll be like, oh, this guy's a sociopath. Something's wrong with him. It's that movie where he like treats this sex doll as if she's actually his girlfriend, like she's a real person.
Oh, crazy. No, I've never.
He's a psychopath.
He's a bit of a psycho in there?
Let Shayn Walker on record says that Ryan Gosling is probably a psychopath. You should make that the headline of the podcast. Because people like know me.
I was gonna call this episode "Wrinkled Shirt."
Oh, on air?
For everyone listening to this right now, Shane is pretty dressed up today. You got the gold chain on, or not the gold chain. You got a gold watch on. You got a nice shirt on. You got some dress pants. Tell everyone what you're doing tonight.
Coitus with the girlfriend. I have to get all sexy for her, otherwise she won't sleep with me.
Did she say dress? Like, did she say stuff like, make sure you dress nice, don't be lazy?
She's like, I want the white button down, the black dress pants.
Oh, wow, she completes that.
No, I'm joking. Okay, cool. I'm joking. I do that to her, though.
I was going to say, like there's some guys that like dress their women. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, those are like pretty scary dudes. I don't want to be associated with those guys.
Oh, well, I was gonna say I kind of
no,
I don't
go there.
No, I don't dress. I don't dress. I don't go, hey honey, I think you should. Hey honey, today I have this dress laid out for you. It's the pineapple. You got the pineapple dress.
Oh yeah,
with the
like
watermelon
sweet.
shoes.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't go there. But what I do is go, hey, I think you would look better. I say it.
Oh my God.
I say it. Well, dude, listen, if you're with an insecure girl, maybe you should take a walk down alley lane. I'm just saying, she knows how to take criticism. Hey, dude, look, she comes to me sometimes and be like this. Your hair looks, dude, you look like, what she called me yesterday, my girlfriend? Because I got this new haircut.
It looks good.
It looks like shit.
It's so funny because I hate all your other ones, which you liked, and now
no,
I like this
I think
one.
this looks dope.
Oh, okay,
I like
good,
it.
Good. So
she thinks I look like, you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Tropic Thunder. Who is the guy in Zoolander? What's his name again? Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's character that he plays,
Simple Jack.
Simple Jack, is exactly what she said, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!"
Did she look up a picture? Because that's not Simple Jack's haircut at all.
When it's down though, hold on. For everyone listening to this, I'm putting my hair down. Hold on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh god, I look like such a tool. I look like Ellen DeGeneres right now.
No, you don't.
Male Ellen.
And she looks great.
She does. So
that's a compliment to you.
I ain't hating on Ellen. God damn. Mm-hmm. Ellen always looks good.
60 still looks good.
She's not 60.
She's 60.
She's 60?
She's 60. Yeah.
Damn, man.
That's why you need me to work for you as your producer. You're Jamie, so I can just be like...
Well, you don't want to be my Jamie, though.
Oh, so bad?
I actually have someone... So, fun fact, I actually found someone in Jamaica who listens to all my podcast episodes. And
sure it's Jamaica? Is that Trinidadian girl that you keep messing up?
No. This is
Okay.
This is someone that has approached me on Instagram as of lately. His name is Paul.
Jamaican guy.
He's gonna listen to this podcast because he listens to every single one, and he writes down.
What's up, Paul?
And he writes down the key points in the podcast, and then I go and make a video about it. He's a beauty. And actually, when I blow up, acting or podcasting, whatever one takes first, I'm going to bring this guy with me, and he's going to be the man behind the
Jamie.
He's going to be my Jamie. Yeah, dude, that's life.
No one can say you're racist when one of your good friends and then you're one of your coworkers.
That's that's the thing, dude.
You thought of everything.
Moving into the 2020, you got to have a couple black people on your squad, or else you're going to look like a real douche.
Just preparing for the future. That's all.
For the future. I got to get an Asian somewhere in here too.
You had an Asian guy on the podcast.
I feel like if you have a black person and an Asian person, you're fine.
No.
No?
You got to cover the whole spectrum.
You got to hold the spectrum. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got to get in there. Or like one Aboriginal person that covers like a good amount.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not represented a lot in the industry.
Right. Me and Joey were actually talking about making. How's my Canadian accent?
It's so strong, and you know what's worse is when I hang out with you, mine gets bad.
Yeah, my bad.
Yes.
I was working on it today though.
Were you?
About. I'm not really sure you guys
It's not just one word though. It's like even the way I say.
No, I know because here's the thing: when I'm speaking really fast, it comes out, and I think that I was looking up at the fuck was I doing? I was looking at Charlize Theron. Oh, she's hot. I was looking at her David Letterman. Dude, by the way, I'm getting off topic here, but David Letterman in his prime time, because I was watching some talk shows just to brush up, what I'm missing. Okay. And I don't think I should be taking notes from D. Letterman because he was a bit of a perv. Every interview I've seen of him when he was with the girl, he's like, nice legs. So tell me about this movie coming out. Like, it's like, whoa.
He said it like under his breath.
like low, but like you'd want people to know and the audience would know.
Yeah.
And, David Letterman's obviously from a different time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the 90s where everyone was a misogynist pig. So it was like, hey, it's okay to like catcall and stuff.
It's crazy how fast things change, though.
Yeah.
I mean, going from Tropic Thunder, me and Joey were talking about that, and I was just like, you can't make a movie like Tropic Thunder. You can't be Robert Downey Jr. and be
the R word.
Yeah, you can't be making movies like that anymore. Which is that unfortunate?
No, it just means that funny people have to be more creative, which is good.
Not comics though. Comics don't give a fuck.
I don't put funny people in comic is like a career, like they study what it takes to make people laugh.
Right.
And then like funny people, which are just your stillers and stuff.
Right.
Like I consider myself a funny person, but I could never do what comics do. That's a full other career on its own. They're behavioral geniuses. That's all they do is study behavior, and they're very, very smart people. So no, I don't consider it. I just mean like funny people have to be more creative, whereas a comic can do a clean show in front of kids and like kill.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's crazy to think like, I feel like this morning I woke up and I was like, I'm going to do some research on comedy. And I think it's important for an actor to do research on that kind of stuff. I think it's important for an actor to do research on all types of arts, man, whether you're writing, directing, obviously laughter. I mean, there's so many things, right? And obviously, for me personally, I kind of like it. Like, I think that if I was, maybe didn't have such a hard on for Brad Pitt when I was growing up,
still?
Yeah,
that has gone away at all.
But I think if I didn't have such a hard on for wanting to play like a gladiator or just like a serious role, I think I'd be a comic. Because you know who really inspired me too as a comic? What's his name? He was that white guy.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, no kidding. He was really ruthless though, man. He had like that he had like longer
older
hair.
Or younger?
He was older-ish.
Not George Carlin?
No, not that. Not old.
Mitch Hedberg?
No, he was in movies.
Jeez, 90s?
I know,
2000s?
Dude. Like 2000s. We were a bit younger. He
long hair.
Fuck, dude. That
Give me
sucks.
one movie.
He was in a movie with Jessica Alba, and it was his first movie, Lucky Chuck or something.
Oh, Good Luck Chuck. That's
Come on, dude, help me out here.
Oh no, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Dane Cook.
Yeah, you even did the finger thing. Yeah. When I watched him, it was it. That's
like the worst example because other comics think he's like the worst comic
which
ever.
Is crazy to me.
Well, I mean, he didn't tell jokes. He was a storyteller instead, whereas like crafting a joke is difficult.
So that's what I'm saying. That's like if I did have to get into comedy, it would be that form of comedy. It wouldn't be just like direct jokes.
You should look at Mike Birbiglia instead. He is I consider myself like a storyteller. I love telling people. In high school, I used to get invited to the parties even though I didn't drink, just so I would recap what happened on Monday because people loved.
Oh, really?
I know it's fucking weird.
You were kind of like the vlogger of the party, essentially. You vlogged the party and then you showed them afterwards.
Is that vlogging? I don't know. I'm very animated and entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway. Entertainment. But yeah, Mike Birbiglia for me is like the GOAT when it comes to
who is the greatest comic you think of all time?
All time?
People say it's a close up between
Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor, or Red Fox or George Carlin.
People say it's a toss up between Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends who you talk to. Chris D'Elia said it's Chris Rock.
I was going to say Chris Rock's fucking... And you know what, man? I watched an interview with Chris Rock. He dives in, though, dude. Like, these people are funny, for sure. Like, they're obviously gifted. They have this humor side to them. They're hilarious. But the way Chris Rock was describing his work ethic in being a comic, I was like, Wow.
So I was saying, or like I differentiate like just people that are funny in comics.
But when the comic is a combination of being actually funny, I think that's when you get like a Chris Rock or an Eddie Murphy.
Well, no, when I think of comics, I'm thinking of like the people that do it for a living. Those people are funny,
right?
So, yeah, and then funny people is like, movie stars that are like a Jack Black is funny.
Jack Black is funny. Yeah, but
he's not a stand-up.
So he's not he was never a stand-up, right?
No, it's too different.
Yeah, I guess there is a
Isn't
difference.
he a musician first?
I mean, I don't think there is. I think if people stop labeling things, though, we were just talking about this, and I think if people stop labeling things, hashtag Childish Gambino, hashtag Donald Glover, everything would be fine. Like if you want to be Ryan Reynolds, and you are funny, I'm sure if he really wanted to put together a set and be a stand-up comic for a night, you don't think he'd kill?
No.
Really?
No.
Why?
It's a completely different art form. It's just, it's
it
different. They can
different.
walk into a room. When a funny person is preparing a set, like me, when I was doing stand-up, I was preparing something that I would assume that just general people would find funny because other people found it funny. They can walk into a room and manipulate their material based on the atmosphere and what's going on.
Right.
Not just the people in it, but like how many people are drinking, how many people are paying attention, how many people have left since they started, like since before they started, how late it is in the night. It's its own art form. It's like still kung fu, but it's like jujitsu.
Yeah.
It's like its own. It's still art, but it's its own subcategory.
It's its own like demon, essentially.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm a huge fan of comics just like you, and that's how I know. I listen to all these guys.
So when you were listening, like because you said you tried it out. You tried it out knowing that you wanted to be a comic, or you just wanted to test it out?
No, it started out as somebody telling. I think I said this on the podcast before, but somebody told me that I couldn't do it because I'd be too scared to talk in front of a group of people.
Right.
And I said, that's not what I'm afraid of. It's because I know the difficulty that this would take. And they're like, no, it's because you're scared to go up in there and talk in front of people. I was like, me? Do you know who I am?
Bitch, you want to know something?
It was less than a week after that I went and did stand up.
I got to tell you a funny story, though, right now.
Hit me.
Which kind of reminded me of that. And I might offend him because he might be listening to this podcast, but it's okay. I didn't take it too personally.
Oh, no.
So I'm at the gym.
Oh, I love these stories.
And I'm not going to mention his name, but he was on the podcast. He was a guest on the show. And I was at the gym. I got a text from him saying, hey, man, my sister needs to do a survey. And I was like...
Trying to narrow it down.
And I was like, I'll tell you later, man. But I was like, okay, yeah, sure, sounds good. He's like, can you meet up for coffee? And I don't really know him too well because I don't know if you remember my first 10 guests of the podcast was literally just like meeting them for the first time 5 minutes before them coming on the show. So I didn't really know him too well. So I was like, you know what, I'm a little busy. Is there any chance I can actually just, if it's a survey, just call me up. I'll answer the questions or send me a photo of it. I'll be happy to text you the questions. The survey was for an athlete. Okay. He insisted on coming down to the gym. So I was like, whatever. So I waited there and I was like, fuck, where's this guy? 20 minutes goes by and I see him and he's like sweating. And I go up to him and I was just like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, oh man, yeah. And I could smell alcohol on his breath. And I was like, he's like, oh, dude, I'm so fucking drunk. He's like, I'm so drunk.
What time was it?
10 a.m., 11 a.m. Oh. So he was drunk from the night before, I guess. And he asked me, the survey was 2 questions, by the way. It was 2 questions. So he obviously, we didn't even do the survey. But he asked me, he's like, how come you don't care what people think of you? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, do you really don't care what people think of you? And I was like, no. I don't how do you even answer that? I said no. I was like, not really, dude. Not truthfully, no. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, prove it. Grab your balls right now. And I was like, right here in public? And he's like, yeah, if you don't. And remember, again, he's stumbling his words. I'm just repeating what he's saying. But he was just kind of drunk. And he's just like, yeah, grab your balls right now. And I was like, Okay, I looked around if there's any kids around, because I mean, obviously. And I don't know why, but I just instantly did it. I went in my pants and grabbed my balls. And he's like, no. You have to grab them outside your pants. And I was like, oh, is he gay maybe? You know what I mean? That's when it clicked. I didn't do it the second time because I didn't like, because you know me, I was like, what? You want me to do that? Okay. And I'll run and do it. So that was me the first time. And I was like, wait, you want me to grab my balls on the outside? Why would that make you? Oh, you're gay. That makes sense. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but I was just like, that caught me off guard. And I was like, so this is what my response to that was like, yeah, dude, I really got a jet. My buddy's picking me up right there. But I'll talk to you in a bit. And that was that.
My comic story reminded you of this moment?
Yeah, because someone was like, no, you're scared of doing this. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'll prove it. Yeah.
How long ago did this happen? You should have
Last
called
week.
me. I'm your emergency contact.
Last week. Not even, like 5 days ago.
I don't think that's a gay thing.
And you know, everyone I told...
It's a power thing. What was wrong with that guy?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Everyone thought it was a gay thing. When I said it to him, like, oh yeah, he's gay. Do you think it's a power thing?
I don't see a gay dude doing something like that. That's out in public, like no, that's like something's going on with him. I don't think that's a gay thing.
I mean, he was really drunk, so there is that factor. But yeah, I don't know.
Dude.
Yeah, kind of trippy, man. Kind of made me realize I think I got to be a little bit more careful who I just let on the show, maybe. I can't just be asking anyone, you know. And I don't, but I don't know, man. It went south, dude. It went really south. And I kind of felt bad about the situation of how I left it.
You're the victim in that situation.
I know I am, but I just kind of felt like, I mean, he's going to wake up the next day and just be like, what the fuck was I even doing, man?
Hopefully.
Maybe. Or maybe he's jerking off. Who knows?
I'll whisper it and then they won't hear it in the podcast. As he grabs his balls now in front of the camera. He's like, see, I wasn't scared. They're right here.
Yeah, dude. Life's a biatch. Life is a biatch. But what are you going to do? Yeah. You're in shock. I know. Oh, you know, everyone I told this to, all the women in my life, they're like, so if he tells you to jump off a bridge, you're going to do that? That's your response to the story? That's what you're saying to me?
You just missed the...
So if someone, like if I got shot in the foot, you're going to say,
well, no,
why
that's
were you
not a
even
good
there?
example.
Well, I'm just... God damn. They're like, but I was so frustrated. I was like, that's what you're saying.
You say all the women. Did you ask two women?
My mom, my girlfriend, and there was one more girl I asked. I told this to. Those were the two main ones.
I think that was it.
I think it was your girlfriend.
Great minds. No, my girlfriend would have been like, you left then, right?
Yeah, she would have.
She would have said that you were a victim in that situation and you should probably
knock him out.
Make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
She'd be like checking up on your mental state and stuff. Yeah. She's a keeper.
Is your girlfriend listening to this podcast? Is that why you go off? I noticed I was listening to a few episodes of us. And I was like, he really goes off with his girlfriend. He either loves her or he knows that she's going to check this out.
Oh, it's definitely not that I love her.
It's definitely both.
It's only that she watches and I have to make sure because, there's no chemistry between me and her. It's just
sexual.
It's for the gram. It's just for Instagram.
Before you don't even post her.
On my stories all the time.
You never post her.
Yo, she's always on my stories.
Are you getting mad at me because you know she's going to listen to this podcast and be like, he never does put me up on his Instagram. I was telling him that last week.
Matt? Did you? Well, you probably don't look at my stories. That's why you did
I do.
look at my stories.
I listen to all your stories.
3 of them in a row were just her.
All right.
Didn't even have me in.
I'm talking about actually posting on the feed. Everyone knows it's not real unless it's on the feed.
But we agreed. I had to do the model type photo, monologue, model type photo, monologue to try and get the consistency.
How's that going, by the way? How's your IG game?
It's terrible.
No.
I haven't posted in a little while either because the private work that I'm doing now has changed my process. So
explain. What do you mean your private work?
The private coaching instead
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The monologues were to help just me memorizing things, working on my craft, working on building a character as quickly as I could.
Right.
Because for auditions, and all of it was for auditions, basically. But now that I realize what auditions are, I have to work on the choreography more than the acting, if that makes any sense. So I'm like, why would I upload this where all my effort is being put into making sure I'm doing all of the things, the checklist that my private coach had been showing me.
Yeah.
I don't really, you don't really get to act until you get on to something. Before that, it's just auditions.
Social media is a weird thing like that, though. It's weird, dude. Like, it can really make or break someone's ego. You got to really just not give a fuck about it. Like, and think about this. Like, I'm so upset I don't have 5,000 followers. Well, the thing is like, why would you have 5,000 followers if you're working as a server? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, people have
pretty.
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a few Instagram girls. But again, there's a reason why they have those followers then. Because they're fucking hot, right?
Yeah, so if you're like a hot server, that's probably why she's thinking that.
Right. Okay. But I'm just more so saying, like, there's a lot of people out there that they expect to have 1 million. And it's just like, well,
I haven't met those. That's your circle because you know social media people. I do not.
It's like, why would you think that why would you have 1 million followers? There's like 0
going on in your life because I don't know. It didn't. I saw there was a girl.
Am I being a hater?
Surrey.
Did I sound like a hater there for a second?
I don't know. There's a girl that's in Surrey right now that has 2 million, and I was like, oh, I wonder what she does. And I just scrolled, and like it was only bikini photos, and I was like, no, but like, what does she do? Like, I need to know how she got to this point because normally they're in like certain locations where it's like she's just in Surrey, and I'm like.
You know, me and Joey have met up with a girl that had close to 1 million followers, and in Vancouver actually. And she, let me tell you something, man.
She's definitely gonna be listening.
When I say,
oh no,
oh
god,
that, oh yeah, there's no personality there. This couldn't be any more true. There was 0 personality. I was like, so like, what do you do? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I do? Ask me. I'll tell you. What do you do? Shane, what do you do? I'm an actor. I take acting classes. I do this, and this, right?
Yeah.
This is her response. Literally, this is her response. What do you mean? What do I do?
Even normally, those social media people are like, I'm an influencer. And you're like, oh, you're nothing.
Well, nowadays though, some people like
those are legit people now. I know. I'm just
yeah.
like one of those haters.
Yeah,
that's all old school.
Me and you both losing 500 followers a day.
Still,
it's dropping quick.
Where are you at?
You probably 63.6. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, that's not dropping as fast because you were at 64 like a month ago. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I am losing followers fast though.
Yeah, well, not that fast. It's slowed down.
But whatever. If you don't like the motivational podcasts going up on the page, then you can go fuck yourself.
Is it a motivational podcast?
No, it's not. But but the clips that I have been putting out recently,
those are the motivational ones.
Well, they're just. Listen. I'm no motivational speaker. That's not what I'm trying to get across. I've never once started this podcast trying to be a motivational speaker. I think motivation just comes out of my personality. It's just like I think it's just part of me. You know what I mean? But the things that I am putting up on the Instagram, I'm looking back on them. I'm just kind of like, damn, like chill out, Gary V. Just relax. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure I'm not, you know what I'm saying.
You're like, I gotta humble myself as you do the biggest humble break ever and compare yourself to Gary Vaynerchuk.
He is a bit of a legend though, eh?
Vaynerchuk.
You're listening to Gary V. Nerdchuck? Is it Vay?
Okay. But then otherwise it's just Gary V.
God, his shows are intense.
I stopped a while ago.
You
when
can't.
He dissed acting. I was over.
No, he never dissed acting.
Not dissed it. Sorry.
No, he just said the podcasters and vloggers and YouTubers are the next Brad Pitts.
No, that's not what he said.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. He said this guy asked him about putting in this hard work into his acting and waiting for that to pay off. And he's like, oh, acting doesn't count. Acting is just talent. It doesn't matter how hard you work.
I know, but
you just have to be talented.
Dude, Gary Vee doesn't know everything about everything.
No, I know he doesn't. It was just for me that was like was like, oh, why am I
That's
listening
pretty
to this
dope,
person's
though, that he said that, actually.
advice?
He said it's talent and hard work. That's fucking sick.
No, he said it's not the hard work. He said it doesn't matter how hard you work. It's talent. You have to be talented. So, like, you
Right.
can work as hard as you can at it.
And for me, but me even thinking about singing, I feel like it's the same way. For me, because I'm not in the game.
Singing is different.
Is
Singing,
it? Okay.
Yeah, with acting, you can.
Oh, I gotta take my shirt off. It's getting hot in here.
Okay.
I have a muscle shirt underneath. Relax.
Okay, I was about to get real mad.
Oh yeah.
For the female audience.
This is why I actually have it set up like this, so the guns are shown. Let's never repeat that. You know,
You're
really
too big.
no,
It's hard to cast.
no, it's not. It's just the.
You
angle.
look like Bane on the podcast.
It's legit. It's just the angle of this. You know,
That's
like
an issue.
staring at me. I'm not. Like you can see, I'm not big.
No, you look big. You look too big. You could only play like a bodybuilder or like construction.
Well, I'll tell you right now. 2 weeks ago, I was not big, and I still didn't get shit. All right.
You don't think you were big 2 weeks ago? I think you're pretty big.
I wasn't that big
You've
2 weeks
been
ago.
Big.
I was small when I first met you.
You were a good size, not
Yeah,
small.
yeah,
You
well-
were actor size.
Right. I'm gonna get back
Now
there.
you're like
I'm gonna get back there.
Thug number 1 size.
Now I'm. Well, dude, you know why? Because I really have strong belief that with this haircut and with this bod,
A strong belief in it. Okay.
I'm gonna get a cop role or an army role.
Not cop, maybe military.
Yeah. You don't
Not
think
a
cop?
cop. You're too big. How many cops do you know that are all yoked up like this? None. There's zero.
Have you seen Dwayne Johnson in Fast and the Furious? Pretty sure.
He's
Officer
a cop
Hobbs-
or a DEA agent? Are you kidding?
Pretty sure he's just a robot. All right, man. Listen, enough of this.
Judging
Talking
your
about my
giant
body, talking about my body, and grab my
too
balls
big.
and stuff. We want to talk about what this podcast can be called. This is Canada. Oh no, sorry. This is America.
Fail. I thought you were gonna call it. What'd that girl say in that commercial we did together? The class?
No. Yeah, there's none of that.
Classics
No, she's like class in
session.
class. I don't know what she said. She named the podcast. It
It
was
was
really
sick.
creative. Yeah, it was really creative what she did.
I'd call them the classmates. That's your fans.
Class
The classmates with a K.
Zach.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, class Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, even you, the smiling face. You're like,
Yeah.
no, that was good.
That was good. That was a really good one, but
Yeah.
I can't do that to my name.
You should call it.
I can't, dude. I don't like seeing because this is not going to be. This is a podcast for now, but bro, in 3 years, this is going to be the biggest TV show about that. Let me tell you.
But you can't put that.
You can't be saying that kind of stuff. God damn it! I'm not going anywhere, am I?
Or maybe it's something they look back on, like, hey, this episode where like Shayn wasn't funny or informative.
And
This is the one where Zach said.
This is where Zach
he
was
was
acting like
gonna
a
blow up.
complete douchebag.
This is the one where Zach got violated by a dude who tried to make him pull out his balls, and he didn't realize it. And he was just like, "Hey, that guy's gay, huh?" Like right over the head.
Oh, maybe you're right though. I don't know. Hopefully, you know what, man. I am. I'll tell you what. Right now, I'm kind of insecure about it's coming across as a douche. I am.
You are.
And
That's weird because you are.
Yeah,
coming
okay.
off as a douche, so you shouldn't be insecure about it.
Okay.
It's like it's for sure whatever.
But like in a good way though. Like there's ways for sure.
You're like, look at my fucking arms.
There's
look
a
at this
guy-
angle. And you're like, I'm worried about coming off as kind of like a douchebag. It's good douche.
Great. There's this guy I went to school with. He's from Edmonton.
Hate
He
him.
makes videos with his cat on Instagram.
Oh.
You might know him too. He went to St. Joe's.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say his name on the IG. I don't want to give him the boost that he clearly doesn't need. He doesn't even need it. Dude.
Oh,
He's,
really?
He's blown up. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
someone from Edmonton with more followers than you. Is
He's
what you're
not
saying?
in Edmonton anymore. He's in LA, and he basically takes videos with his cat. And I always said to myself, hold on a second. And basically, I always said to myself that I would never want to be like this in my life. Like every photos, he's shirtless in, he's this in. The captions are very cringy, and I mean, oh, man, am I being a hater, dude? What? You're an awe over there. Do you know this guy personally?
Not at all. I'm looking at his follower count. Holy crap.
His follower account. Yeah, he's killing it. He's been killing it for a
I
long time.
refreshed and it went up 1,000.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's nuts, dude. He's nuts.
No, I don't know him though. He went to St. Joe's?
He went to St. Joe's. But yo, focus for a second here. So
Maybe I recognized him when he was younger.
So basically, he basically would put up these photos of like, you know, he's shirtless and he's like lifting up his cat and stuff. And no disrespect, man, the guy is absolutely killing it in whatever he's trying to do, I'm sure. But my thing was that, like, seeing this, I didn't want to come across that because it's, I mean, dude, you can really slip and look real douchey. You can, you know what I mean? Especially if you're even attempting to post like workout kind of stuff, you can come across, as you can tell, I have an insecurity as me thinking that I'm always coming across as douchey. It's an insecurity. Bam. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was wild. I don't know what happened there. That's unfortunate.
Meh.
Shane didn't think it was that good of an episode. I thought it was fucking sweet. I was really going deep in my insecurities.
Yeah, see, that is like...
Whatever?
No. That is great for you. I just meant in terms of, like, before when we were talking about it, we're going to be like... "Ah," and then we got into it, we're like, yo, like...
no, I think that's
what's your deepest, darkest fear?
Well, here's the thing, dude.
I know, that's what people connect with and shit. I get that.
Well, no, I was going to say, I think it just goes how it goes. Anyways, I really want to talk to you about Donald Glover and This Is America, and I want to know your thoughts on this.
Specifically on that, huh? Well, I have always known what he was capable of, so it's just good to see everyone else in the world appreciating it, I guess.
He's so talented, though.
Yeah, it's just I've known this for... Like, Childish Gambino is God for me. Like, he's Jesus.
Right.
I think I told you this already, but when I was going through my roughest period, which is when I basically flunked out of high school and had to upgrade to get into university, this is a rough time. And at this moment, I had found these like hilarious videos online on YouTube called Derek Comedy, which was Childish Gambino's like original comedy group. They're like the Lonely Island before the Lonely Island, or I guess around the same time. They originally were part of College Humor, and then they branched off and did their own stuff. And like
they were part of College Humor, the YouTube?
Yeah. And they got so big they had to branch off and do their own thing. And while that was happening...
College Humor blew up. You got so big, you mean?
No. Derek Comedy got so big that they started doing their own thing.
Damn.
So they even made a movie called Mystery Team that came out in 2009. And it's fucking hilarious. So anyway, I was listening to this guy, and then in the suggested videos... Or sorry, not listening to him. I was watching him.
Yeah.
In the suggested videos... there was this song called Baby Girl, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it said by Childish Gambino. And I ended up listening to this guy's like whole mixtape called Sick Boy. And for like a full year, I then by that time a second mixtape came out called Poindexter, and then Community was just starting, and I was like, oh shit, it's the guy from Derek Comedy. While those two things were happening, I didn't know that Childish Gambino and Donald Glover were the same person. And I was going through a rough period where what this guy was rapping about was speaking to me, and I loved it. He was the nerdy black kid that the black people didn't accept and the white people didn't accept. I just absolutely loved him. Then when I found out they were the same person, I broke. I was like, nobody can be this talented. And that's when I found out. And then his stand-up show came out. And then I found out he was secretly doing all of his own beats for every single song. It was just him. Until his first album where Ludwig came in, and big Gambino fans know who that is. He's the guy that composed the Black Panther album that just came out, the movie soundtrack.
Damn.
Yeah.
Careful on that.
The tapping, yeah. So, yes, This Is America is fantastic, but I'm just not surprised because You've
been following this dude for a minute.
It's been 10 years. 2008.
You know, when I remember my uncle, he's really hard to impress. Like, he's very hard to impress. Mm-hmm. And we went to Vegas, and he introduced me to, because I was listening to that song, Childish Gambino. That's how I know him, from that song. You know,
Redbone?
Yeah, Redbone. How's it go again? I know you want to sing a little bit.
I can't sing for shit.
Yeah, okay. And my uncle's just like, he's like, this guy is so talented. He was a writer first, and then he made this album, and that was all I knew. He won an Emmy. Yeah, it's all I knew was that was it. I was like, oh, sweet. And then I forgot who it was, but they loved the show Community, and they're like, Donald Glover. And again, same thing with you. I was like, oh, okay, Donald Glover is just like, he's trying to become an actor. Whatever. That's it. I didn't connect the two together at all. I didn't know Childish Gambino was Donald Glover. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I watched an award show, and they're like, he's giving up his name, Childish Gambino. I was like, oh, well, what's his name now? Like, I thought it was like P. Diddy being like Puff Daddy now, you know? He's like, he's just going to go with his real name, Donald Glover. I was like, shut the front door. That's Donald Glover too? And I was like, oh, damn. And then all of a sudden, Han Solo came out, and then obviously This Is America, and it was just like, holy crap. Atlanta. Yeah, he's definitely a recent... he's a recent man in my life. But it's crazy, man. I didn't know. He's just so talented, dude. It's nuts. It's really inspiring, though. It makes you realize that you can do more than one thing. You can. Like, that's what...
Writing, DJing, producing, rapping, stand-up comedy, acting, directing. Like, when you want to talk about, like, the art forms, all the different branches, when we were talking about Kung Fu.
Yeah.
This guy's...
He's artistic as it gets.
He's got a black belt in pretty much everything. I've never seen him paint.
Right.
Maybe he can't do that, but people didn't even know he could sing. When there would be singing in the courses of his rap songs, he'd put featuring Dean. So we thought it was just some guy named Dean, and then it turned out it was him that could also sing. Right. Like, Erykah Badu saw him perform one night and told one of his crew members named Fam. She was like, she didn't even know he's a rapper. She's like, oh, this is like a classically trained singer. You can tell. And they're like, nah, he like raps. That's what he's known for. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
He can do everything. So I'm not surprised. I'm his greatest fan. I'm now at this point where I hate prequels so much that I'm trying to see if my love for Gambino can surpass my hate for prequels, that I can go see Han Solo. But I still haven't bought tickets because I hate it so much.
You're not a fan of... You didn't watch Rogue One or anything?
Here's the difference. We didn't know who any of those characters were. We know all of these people in this movie.
Right.
They're trying to show in the trailer Chewie hanging off the train, about to hit the stone, like, oh no, is he going to make it? Like, yes, he's going to make it, because we can see him. They tell you where my prequel hate came from. All right, we're gonna get in the nitty gritty of this podcast. All right.
All right. Should we call this podcast prequel?
The prequel to my hate for prequels. Right. We're getting down to it. You ever seen The Scorpion King? We were talking about The Rock earlier.
Love it.
Funny you should say that. Okay, so The Scorpion King I saw when I was like 12, all right? Even though I was only 12, I didn't know I was going to be an actor, just a kid that had watched more movies than anyone else on my block. That's what I was known for, right? That's why I always know dates and stuff and actors when you guys ask me stuff. I just always have.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the theater with my dad, and from the get-go, I know something's wrong, something's off with the movie, and I'm just upset. And as the movie goes on, I'm getting more and more upset. My dad looks over at me. He's like, hey, what's going on? We love this stuff. It's got, big fight scenes and swords and monsters. And I said, how am I supposed to root for this character when I know he's going to try to kill Brendan Fraser in the future, in The Mummy Returns, in The Mummy 2? Why would I support this guy? He's a fucking asshole. It's like, fuck this guy. And he was like, well, he was possessed and shit. I was like, no, remember, he ends up giving up his soul or whatever so that he can win the war, so that he can be successful in the war. And so knowing he's going to do that, I'm not going to go support this guy. Same with the fucking Hobbit. That dude tries to kill Frodo in the Lord of the Rings. Fuck that guy.
Right.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I hate prequels, man. I can't do it. If I don't know who they are, like Rogue One, where I'm like, what happened? How'd they get the plans to the Death Star? I don't fucking know. Then yeah. For this, they're trying to show like, ooh, they're gonna bet for the Millennium Falcon. We know who gets the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
This isn't news. I'm not excited.
I guess.
That's my Jesus Christ is in the movie, and I'm still not hyped. That's messed up.
Wait, Donald Glover's your Jesus Christ?
I told you, like, what most people when they like pray to like their God.
Yeah,
I pray to Gambino.
You pray to Gams. Good old Gambino.
I know, and some people may think I'm joking, and I'm not.
Yeah. You gotta watch that fucking tapping, you tap bastard. It's 'cause you're not
Sorry,
wearing,
when I get agitated,
it's because you're not
I
wearing your
start
headphones.
tapping.
You can't hear it. But
Touche.
yeah, man, it's insane. It's crazy that like he's just like the
Still can't hear it.
tap it.
Oh my
Where's
God.
that from?
I don't know.
Adam Sandler.
It's really
Remember Adam
scary.
Sandler? Remember Happy Gilmore? Just tap it.
Yeah.
Tap it. But yeah, dude, Gambino's the man. I can't wait to work with him one day.
I'm so worried about coming off like a douche. Can't wait to work with him one day.
We're gonna come back to this
There's
pod.
a
There's gonna be a
sly
lot of
fucking-
yeah. Well, did you see the hidden Easter eggs in This Is America?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got all of them. Ooh. Okay, so what did you catch them all?
I didn't get them myself.
So you watched
a
the
lot
video
of them
of it?
were explained to me. Like,
Right.
sure, I learned about Jim Crow, but I didn't immediately
don't-
recognize him doing that pose. So, and then there's
Right, Jim
the
Crow,
17 seconds for the Parkland shooting. Like, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, what's the? Can I ask something? Why do people? I mean, so what's the point of that? Is that the point of it? So people can be like, there's something about that video, and then they go, let's rewatch it. Is that like why they put those little things in there?
That director is like a genius and has a lot of things. In a music video, it's the shortest form of like storytelling.
Right.
Besides, I guess, a photograph, but a photograph says 1,000 words. Anyway, you have 4 minutes to tell a story, and it's very difficult, especially when the entire focus is supposed to be on the artist.
Right.
So to get all the things you want to get across, if you're trying to produce a message instead of just filming Ariana Grande mispronounced words in the English language, then you're going to have to just put a shit ton of Easter eggs in there. You have to put a ton and just get symbolism like Kanye does. And then it's like that. The Power music video, if you remember, was like 1 minute and 27 seconds. It was so short.
But
So they had to include, it was just the moving photograph, but like 1,000 different parts in it where people just rip the whole thing apart. And it's like, this is what all of this means. This is why this guy's left arm moves up like slightly like this. It's actually an alliteration to.
That's hilarious.
I'm trying to do. That's my Christian Bale doing an impression of. Oh man, I can't remember. I'm losing it. If I keep saying it,
The guy from American Hustle?
no. What? Is it Terminator Genesis? I can't remember. I think it's Terminator
I've
Genesis.
never seen it, but
Not Genesis. Terminator Salvation.
no, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you watch Westworld?
What's that?
Well, then you don't.
What is that though? It sounds like a
Westworld is that show about the robots. I don't know how to talk about it without spoiling it.
You're gonna spoil it.
No, I'm not. Westworld is a show where they have not an alternate reality, but they take you to a place where all the people are animatronics, but they react and speak like real people do.
Okay.
And it's based in the Old West, like the whole world that they created.
Interesting.
It's like a giant
Yeah.
place. And so people go in there and you get to do whatever you want with no consequences because who you're talking to aren't real people.
Right.
So you can do like adventures, or you can go through a list of things and you have to talk to this person and you have to find a body, or you can play the role of like a deputy and work with the sheriff and try
Right.
to solve a crime, that kind of stuff. Or some people just go in there and they just start killing, and the reactions from the animatronics are so real, and they don't know, the animatronics don't know that they're robots. So they see someone die and they freak out, and you just laugh hysterically as you're like blowing these things away because you're a maniac and you can't do it in your real life, so you want to do it there. The show is much more complicated than that. Basically, it's
a good show.
What makes you a human being? What, like, is it you having a soul? What makes you a human?
Is it a good show?
Yeah, it's like a top 5. It's like your Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, all of that. It's in that same.
I'm curious to know your top. I take people's top 5s now with a grain of salt. What did you really think of? What was that one movie, that space one that came out on Netflix? I had a big hype for it with your boy, Joel Kidman.
Oh, no, just Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
I never saw Altered Carbon. The
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
I was in it. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I got through a couple episodes and it was,
I have no idea.
it was okay.
I
don't think they'll make another season on it.
My sister-in-law tells me this all the time. She's like, "You ruin TV shows for me," and I was like, "What?" When she first told me, and she said, "Every time you pop in a show, I'm like, can't watch it anymore, because it's like it used to be this." Like fictional thing,
right.
But now I see you and it's like, oh,
and now you've literally destroyed it.
She watched 13 seasons of Supernatural and saw me and stopped watching. 13 years she invested, and seeing me made her quit the show.
Dude, that's crazy. But that show has been on for way too long.
13 years.
That's nuts. Can you imagine being the same character for 13 years? I mean, hey, hold on a second. Before I jump in as a hater here, the pay is nice. I mean, they're getting some cash.
It's $1 million episode or something,
dude,
like
some
that.
cash. Like, they're fucking having a blast. But I'm just talking about the creative process as like an actor. Like, I feel like it's like just a little bit dull there, no?
Yeah, it really depends how fresh you can keep the writing, because if you're... Like, I could play the same superhero for the rest of my life, as long as the writing is super dope and can change, and the worlds change, and you can go to different places with the character, so you're still exploring it. Like, it's the same as you can live your life as you forever, until you die. You're fine with doing that. There are some characters where if, like people that love themselves... If you love your character just the same way that people that love themselves, you can just be that character for as long as you want. Some people don't even like to let go of their characters. Ryan Gosling still has a New York accent. Still. He's from Canada.
What movie was he playing that made him have a Canadian accent? New York.
No. He was doing an impression, not Sinatra, but he was doing an impression of the people from the original Ocean's 11? No, way before. And he said he hated his Canadian inflections, so he just kept it. But it's because he loves the fucking character of Ryan Gosling being, like, even on Saturday Night Live, he's like, it's so good to be back home in New York, where I'm from. It's good to be here. It's like, hey there, Canadian boy. Aren't you from Ontario there?
Don't forget us.
Do forget us.
Yeah.
You're making it. Kill it.
He's killing it, dude. He's fucking awesome. I love him.
Bro, when I go to LA and I start to sound like the SoCal bros, I'll never go back, bro. Once I'm back on them waves and just like surfing it up, do my thing, bro, I'm never going back. Never.
You know what? I like having a Canadian accent.
You shouldn't. No, you're in this industry, man. Look at TV. The only character on all of television that has a Canadian accent is Betty Cooper in Riverdale. And she's not from Canada. And I don't know why she has a Canadian accent.
Does she really?
I think for that show, all their accents are a little bit different. And I think it's because the character that they're playing, they want to really push, like, Betty's this sweet, like, innocent one that doesn't do anything wrong, but she has a dark side. And it's like, you sound Canadian. Very Canadian. I guess other people say that Canadians sound like Minnesota. So it might it might be a little bit of Minnesota.
Ooh.
Jason Segel.
Is Jason Segel from Minnesota?
No, in How I Met Your Mother, he sounds...
Now you kind of just sound, I think...
It's both. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's trippy. I can't be fucking around with accents. I gotta get rid of the abouts and outs, and that's it.
Remember when you wanted to do the cowboy thing, and I was so excited for you to do it?
Hey
What
man,
happened?
I'm still all about that, dude.
You lost it. You lost it.
Can I show you my? This is my Mexican impression, or like
No, don't do it.
not speaking Spanish at all, but the Mexicans
Don't do
that
it.
were in LA. Why does it come across as racist?
It's gonna be bad. Yeah. It's
What?
gonna be bad,
Oh, dude, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm pumped about it. Ready? So the Uber driver comes. He's like.
How fucked you are.
Oh,
Like,
dude, ready?
animal.
So he picks me up. We're at Coachella. Picks us up. He's like,
Yeah. Oh no.
"Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on, dude? Hey, man, no, it's real hot around here, dude. It's not like that. Hey, man, it's not like that, man. In and out. Nah, dude, I can't be eating that kind of food, dude. Man, it can't be. That's my.
You sounded black.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't sound Spanish.
No, I told you they don't sound. They're not. It's a LA person.
yeah.
It's a guy that lives in California. That's
Yeah.
like Mexican. I don't know. That was the.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, can't be doing that. That's all I know. Is,
I
no,
feel
dude.
like the dude to be exaggerating. I'm like, nah, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Well,
your Spanish, man.
Yeah.
It has to be
Okay.
like, nah, dude.
Okay.
I can't be eating all this stuff, man.
Yeah, you're obviously killing it,
I'm racist, is what it is.
dude. That's not. Is that racist?
Yeah, we can't, unless it's for our work, we can't just be like, yeah, so, I met this dude and, he taught like this
You
and
can
shit.
you can get away with it a lot.
I can for my own race.
Yeah, no.
But if I went on here and did like an Aboriginal accent, that's it.
Well, then
my
how
life
come?
is-
So how come? Okay, look, I don't even want to get into the subject at all,
Uh-oh.
but I'm going to dabble just a little bit into
Okay,
it
dabble.
because I'm just going to put my fingers into the water and just
someone's here.
sprinkle it over and over.
Jordan and Joey. Jordan! What's going on?
This guy's interrupting the podcast here.
He's not interrupting at all.
He's
We're happy
saving
to
us.
have him.
I was about to say something racist.
Oh, good. Oh, fantastic.
What was I saying? I'm going to
I'm
dabble.
not
into
going to
it.
help you get
Fuck,
back there.
dude. Wow,
No,
that's you
absolutely
might have
not.
actually just saved me
Saved
from ever
for
booking a movie
sure.
ever.
From ever booking a movie.
Is Zach
Yeah.
a good guy? Let's listen to all of his podcasts. Nope, he was a racist prick here. We're not going to have him on.
Oh, man.
Damn, dude. I was.
Because once you blow up, they dive all the way back. Like,
Oh, right. Here it is.
oh no.
Yeah. Okay. So like some Spanish people, like some Spanish rappers, they can say the N word.
Puerto Ricans too, yeah.
Puerto Ricans, how come they can get away with it? What's that about?
They went through the same struggle when they came through New York and stuff. It was,
Really?
They got treated exactly the same. They'd get called the N-word, all of that stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy, man. That's
I
insane.
feel like, too, if, when they were building the infrastructure of the city, if Asians also were stuck in the inner city, they probably would have been allowed to say it, too.
Really?
But they did it very differently. They were
Because you know that rapper.
Fat Joe.
No, not Fat Joe. The guy that has like this rainbow colors. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I
right
don't
now.
know any of those dudes. I'm too old to listen to that stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's Lil something. They're all Lils.
No. This one's
Lil Pump?
69, something like 69.
69, Lil 69.
I listened to an interview of his, and he basically was just going off on it, man.
And he's Spanish?
Oh yeah.
And who is he? It wasn't on the Breakfast Club because he's
Yeah.
singing in front of them.
Yeah.
They're black.
Yeah.
So they were.
And I was
yeah.
like, okay, this is just okay, I guess. Like, damn.
He might be part black or something. This guy,
Or just
And
Puerto
just not
Rican.
look it.
Or Puerto Rican.
Just look at me. Yeah,
Well, you are black though,
you can't really tell, especially on this podcast.
dude.
I'm like
you can,
a shade.
dude. You can definitely
shade
tell.
darker than you
No,
are.
man, the shade. You're
I'm
like
the same
definitely.
color as
You're
Jordan.
definitely 8 shades darker.
I'm 50 shades darker.
50 shades.
50 shades freed.
It's not even the skin tone, dude. It's the look. It's like you got the face, you
Yeah,
got
I
the
grew
hair.
into it, but I didn't look like this before, especially when I was younger. People thought I was everything. I got Egyptian, I got Lebanese, I got Native, I got just white.
You got
I
Lebanese?
Half, yes.
You didn't get Lebanese.
A lot.
Really?
And there's a ton of the donair shops in Alberta are owned by Lebanese people.
Right.
And so I used to go into this one donair shop and get discounts all the time, and I didn't know why. And I finally, the end of my year, I was like, hey, so what's with all the discounts? They're like, we always take care of our own. And I was like,
Yeah. Cheers, bro. One of your own.
20% off donairs for the whole year. And I wasn't going to say nothing.
Oh, dude, that's
Shout out
awesome.
to Queens Donair in
Shout
Alberta.
out to Queens, baby. That's fucking sweet, man. I want to touch up with you on Avengers Infinity War.
It's hard because I really struggle with not looking at it from a biased point of view. I'm such a superhero nerd that it was really hard for me to look at the movie objectively. I've seen it 3 times. I saw it 3 times in the first week. So I'm the worst person for the review because I'm just like 10 out of 10, perfect film.
No. I get your you have a massive boner for it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what about like I think the writer James, you know, talking about James Gunn or whatever his name is.
He's the writer director on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay,
but yeah.
He said there was a lot of. Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a second there. But there was a lot of like hidden Easter eggs in Avengers.
That I probably
that you think you picked up on all of them.
Not all, never all of them. I'll usually get like 15 and then I'll be like, here's all 70 Easter eggs. And I'm like, oh my God, I missed 55? 55? So I probably didn't get all of them, but I got a lot.
Well, James was also saying that there's basically a shitload of Easter eggs that was not found in like the volume 1 and volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm not a huge fan of those movies, so I don't really know about them anyway, though I don't consider those superhero films.
You're not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Do you also notice that that's everyone that's not giant superhero fans, that's their favorite movie? Because it's not a superhero movie.
It made me a fan. It legit made me go like, you know what, maybe I should give superhero movies a
That's
shot.
weird because there are no superhero qualities or anything in those movies. Like Drax is supposed to be like super strong and he gets beat in every fight that he has, and Gamora can jump a little bit higher than normal people.
Star-Lord
ended up being half a demigod in the second film, but Raccoon can he's sentient. All raccoons are sentient. He can speak and stuff, and then I guess Groot's the only superhero.
I guess it's just like the chemistry between
that has
characters.
Nothing to do with
I guess. I don't know. It made me like go like if it wasn't for Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't think I would have been pumped to see Avengers. But knowing that I remember I saw that trailer and I saw that Guardians of the Galaxy meets up with some of the Avengers, I was like, okay, this is cool. I like that.
Did you like the movie?
And a little spoiler here, though, if you guys are still listening to the podcast or the episode, spoilers coming right now.
The movie came out 2 weeks ago.
I know. There's a rule of 2 weeks, though, I think.
No, the rule is 7 days.
Okay, 7 days.
You
Well,
had a week. It's been 2 weeks.
I'm sure everyone has seen the movie. It broke.
The people that haven't yet aren't afraid of spoilers. Or if they are, they're just looking to get offended.
All right.
If you wait 2 weeks to see a movie, but you're still like, don't tell me anything, like you're not hyped to see it.
All right. Hold on. I know you got to bounce.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't think I would have saw Avengers. And I think there was a lot of people because there was something about the Avengers, the first one, where like everyone was just like, holy shit, like superhero movies are fucking sweet. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's just a big like turning point, I think, for a lot of people. So give some credit to the motherfuckers that watched Guardians of the Galaxy, all right?
Avengers came out before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So your argument.
No.
Superhero nerd. Why would you come up to me with this kind of shit?
It's so crazy how much of a nerd you are. How many times did you watch the Avengers?
I said 3 times in the first week.
You saw it 3 times.
Actually, it was 3 times in 3 days. I saw it Thursday night, Friday morning, and Friday night.
Oh my God, dude. That's nuts. You spent $60.
No. I have passes, like almost an unlimited amount, and I have so many fucking points on my phone. So like I saw D-Box, VIP, and regular.
How do you have unlimited?
$0.
How does it $0?
Well, I get all these passes from. Well, I don't want to say on here because I don't want them to take them away from me. They're getting sent to me, and I'm not supposed to.
Can you send me some
anymore? Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Yeah, and then I get all the points from all the movies I do go see. So like I use points to get my Deadpool tickets and.
Oh, Deadpool! Who you going with?
The lady.
Nice, classic. you excited for that one?
Deadpool, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the Avengers excitement was so big that I didn't watch any trailers. So I literally had no idea who was going to interact with who. I had no idea who was going to
Deadpool, you've seen every trailer.
I've seen the trailers. I watch all the marketing.
How funny is it? Oh, the marketing on Deadpool 2 is phenomenal, bro.
Deadpool 1 had better marketing, I think.
Really?
But I love this Celine Dion. Did you see that video?
Oh, dude, yeah.
So great.
The whole Josh Brolin thing between them two, Ryan Reynolds and Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
and
the little beef stuff. And then the...
isn't it so crazy how
David
he's playing...
Beckham one.
How he's playing two... How he played two like villains though, like pretty back to back like that, like Thanos, and now he's playing Kate. Like that's serious, dude. That's huge.
Well, and this wasn't supposed to be back to back like this. Like he got cast as Thanos a while ago.
Yeah.
In 2014. So he's
been Thanos for 4 years.
Yeah. Like they filmed Avengers: Age of Ultron in 2014, and there's the teaser in Avengers: Age of Ultron with Thanos.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Fine, I'll do it myself. Was that Age of Ultron? Anyway, that was Josh Brolin that says that and shows Thanos.
That's sick. So yeah, I guess it wasn't planned that he got them both at the same time.
No, it was like when they were doing the casting for Cable, they were looking for a bunch of different people, but Josh Brolin was their number one choice, and they're like, well, we can't do it because he's already Thanos, and then they had to talk to Disney.
Right.
And then Disney acquired the rights to Fox.
Oh,
and
shit.
They're like, well, we're all in a Disney family, and we're using CG for Thanos, so yeah, go ahead. And yeah, there you go. Playing the bad guy in 2 movies, even though Cable's not a bad guy. Spoiler alert for Deadpool. If you've read any comic ever, Cable has never been a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
Oh, dude, don't ruin that.
Well, I mean,
I didn't even know that.
Obviously.
Not everyone jerks off to comic books.
Yeah, well. I think they're going to do it Civil War style where it's like,
do you think
he's bad because he's on the other side, but what they're trying to do... Look, there's that fat kid from Hunt of the Wilder People, and Deadpool's trying to save that kid. Mm-hmm. He's trying to save him from Cable. Mm-hmm. My guess is that he's trying to save him from Cable because Cable's trying to kill that kid for a good reason. But there's, in his mind, but there's never a good reason to kill a kid. So he probably thinks that when that kid grows up, he's going to kill a bunch of people. And so he's trying to kill him now. Whereas Deadpool's like, I don't give a shit what he's going to do in the future. You don't kill a kid. And if you know this, maybe we can alter what's going to happen in the future.
Right. Do you think Deadpool will be a part of the Marvel universe?
The cinematic universe?
Or sorry, not Marvel. Avengers.
Marvel.
Like, okay, yeah, but like I'm talking about, do you think Deadpool will be in the Avengers?
No.
Damn, really? That sucks.
None of the X-Men will either.
Why?
Because then you'd have to explain where the X-Men have been in the last 10 years with the Marvel Universe. Being like, hey, remember when New York was falling apart? Where the fuck were you guys?
Oh, man, they bring in so much money if they just threw in Deadpool, though.
They can't like, if you throw in Deadpool, that means you have the rights to all of the Avengers. Now, the thing is, Disney acquired the rights to Fox, so they do technically own the X-Men characters, or they will following next year. But like Wolverine's already retired, Hugh Jackman has retired the character, so like we won't get him. But sometime in the future, maybe those the teenagers that have become the new X-Men, they might have the giant. That could be the next Avengers movie, like the X-Men versus the Avengers.
Who'd win?
It depends who's writing it, because
oh wow, really?
If it's me taking all of these,
I thought Thor would wrap them all,
stuff,
wipe them all out.
There's mutants called level 99 mutants, and their powers are like, they like think that you don't exist anymore, and you don't, and you never did, and there's no history of you, and there's no photos of you, and no one can remember you in their brain, and you're nothing.
Wow.
People can freeze the entire world over in like a second. It's so no, it would be the X-Men. They're more powerful, but it depends who's writing it. If an Avengers fan is writing the movie, he's gonna take some liberties with some people,
right,
and change it. Yeah.
Well, crazy, man. I'm gonna bounce here, but
same here. I'm late now.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, thanks for coming on the show today. Is your girlfriend just like ripping your head off right now?
She's not ripping my head off. She's just asking very politely for me to get here now.
Can she see you on the show?
No, that'd be so funny.
I'm on my way. No, you're not. I see you.
Clearly not. I'm listening to you right now on the podcast.
Babe, it's delayed. It's delayed.
It's delayed like 10 minutes.
All right, man. I'll It's always weird saying goodbye on a podcast.
It's really not. Here's how you do it. Fuck off.
and we'll leave on that.
Sponsored by Squarespace.
Bam. We did it, guys. We got through another episode. I want to stand for this. My back's kind of hurting me. I got these stools for the studio. I got it. I don't know. Why did I get stools? I heard it was good for my back. I want to have a good back. That's what it was. But the guest, I'm not really too sure how they feel about it. I think Shayn was complaining about it halfway through the podcast. But guess what, Shayn? It's good for your back, all right? I'm doing you a solid. All right, buddy? Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you guys listen to the entire podcast, you're the man. It is Friday night right now. I'm going to go meet a buddy for a drink. He's only in Vancouver for the next... I think he actually leaves tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go say what up to him, maybe buy him a drink, say hi, do a little socializing, do a little networking. And then tomorrow morning, I have another podcast at 9 a.m. Dude, these podcasts are fun. These... Whoa! Trying to do my outro here. Jesus Christ. That's what happens when you live with roommates. Yeah, guys, you guys have a great Friday. Don't forget to keep on killing it, keep hustling, keep doing your thing. You know you guys are doing. Everyone has their own path. That's something that I learned today. Everyone has their own path. And there's no right or wrong answer to anything. I'm sitting back down. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting back down here. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. I was a little bit kind of like confused, which was weird. I was like, well, if I'm trying to become this actor, why do I have a talk show? Like, why am I trying to create this like talk show, this podcast that I eventually want to create as a talk show one day? Like, why am I trying to do these things? Because Robert De Niro would never do that. I kind of looked to the greats and they would never do that. But the truth is, man, is timelines, wants and goals and needs of different generations are completely different, man. You cannot compare yourself to other people. You are going to want something that is completely different, and you're going to be the only one that's going to be able to do it that way because you are you. So yeah, man, that's just some advice I got. And I want to give a huge shout out to Seriously Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, for that, man. He basically... he kind of set that wave, man. I mean, the guy was a rapper. He was an actor, and then he was like doing comedy, and then he made this like crazy album, which was a hit. And then oh man, the guy's killing it. He's in the new Star Wars movie, and he just dropped that "This Is America" video. And dude, you can't label people. You can't. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. It'll happen. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off on that positive note. You guys have a great weekend. Keep killing it. Keep driving. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.